where do you see the rough side? Is it on the left or is it on the right? It's on the left. So this must be a left oscox or ilium. Where's the rough at now? On the right. So this must be a right oscox. Okay, so that's the way I look at it. Okay, because those two rough aurelian surfaces have to be in the center. So one's going to be on the left, one's going to be on the right, and that's just how you tell the difference. Okay. If you come up with a different one, feel free to use that instead. All right. There's a big giant. There's a big giant socket joint right here on the side of this ilium. Also, make sure that you understand. If you look at the top of page 36, at the bottom of the little box there, it says os what? Os cox. Okay. This is an os cox. Okay. You can also call it an ilium, okay, but it's referred to as the os cox. So they will ask you, is this a left os cox or a right os cox? Well, then you look at the aurelian surface and you see that. All right, so anyway, we got this big hole right here. And basically what goes in there is the head of the femur. All right, so it's like, wah! You know, this is how you can move your I can't do that anymore. I'm more like that's about as high as I get to like that. I mean, if I stretch out, I might be able to get it up here, right here, but pretty much I can only fight midgets now, or her. Okay, I can smack her right in the head with a sidekick, but yeah, that probably just a rib shot. But that's all I think it will take for you. Take that. All right. Anyway, this name right here is called the acetabulum. Okay, A-C-E, tabulum, acetabulum. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, whenever this is a question on the test, they point to this, and it's very easy that is the acetabulum. People can't remember the word for some reason. I want to help you. Guess what goes right here? Yeah, so this is the acetabulum. What goes in the acetabulum? The head of the femur. Okay, and speaking of femurs, this, if you're ever on a deserted island, your plane is crashed, and there's some dead people, and so there's some bones available to you. This would be the one that you would want, okay, as a club, because this tuberosity in the neck of it, it keeps it from, and you've got the lateral and medial condyles, to, you know, because if you take a fibula to hit people with, this is just going to piss people off. Okay, you just, and they go, you know, but if you have this one, people are going to listen to you right here. Okay, so this is the bone of choice for a weapon. Okay, would you ever do that? Cut a leg open to get this bone? You wouldn't survive then. Okay, I'm a survivor, man. Even if they're half alive, I'll just choke them out. This guy's 6'9", I'm gonna get me a big one. You know? That's horrible, isn't it? Well, that's what you have to do to survive. All right. So you want to go from top to bottom? All right. Here we go. The articulates medially with the of the, laterally with the of the. Then it is the glenoid of the that articulates with the of the. Medially, it is the trochlea of the humerus that articulates with the of the. Then laterally, it is the capitulum of the humerus that articulates with the head of the radius. By the way, the head of the radius articulates with the ulna at the radial notch. Okay, these are carpals and these are metacarpals. What is this bone sticking out right here? Keeps your watch on. Styloid process. In the anatomical position, what forearm bone is in the medial position? Ulna. Then which one is in the lateral position? Radius. Very good. Then it is the rough auricular surface of the ilium that articulates with the rough surface of the sacrum to form the sacroiliac. Then anteriorly, it is the right and left. Right and left. The right and left pubic bones. Okay, the right and left pubic bones that forms the pubic synthesis by a band of fiberglass. Oh, by the way, does anyone ever gone to Florida and Georgia? What's the name of that supermarket? Oh, there's only one. It starts with a P. Publix, yeah. I see that place and I have a hard time shopping there because it reminds me of pubic. It's like Publix, pubic, come on, same thing. I mean, who would name a supermarket that close to an anatomical part that...
Public market, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's with an X. Publix. Pubics. Gonna go to that pew place to get fruit and vegetables. I know, see? I convinced somebody. I won her over to the dark side because we have cookies. All right. Then it is that articulates with the head of the femur. All right, good. What is the bone that is just below the femur? This bone is called the what? Tibia. Very good. Now this is going to be very, very easy. Check this out. This little bump right here is called a condyle. These two flat spots on the tibia is called a condyle. There's a medial condyle and a lateral condyle. So check this out. It is the medial condyle of the femur that articulates with the medial condyle of the tibia. It is the lateral condyle of the femur that articulates with the lateral condyle of the tibia. How's that? All right. Let's fill in some stuff then. At the top, we've got approximately the head of the femur articulates with the acetabulum of the os cox. A is silent.